The two calls in this video are wiretap calls that were used as state's evidence against Charlie Adelson. If you're not familiar with the case, check the video description for a summary. These calls are between Charlie and his mother Donna and were made after Dan Markel's murder. They talk about Wendi Adelson and also briefly speak about Dan. Take a listen.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just got home from work.
Oh, boy. Why?
Boy.
Oh, my
What's
gosh.
that? Yeah, I had some barbecue up in Jupiter, and that's why I just wanted to avoid the traffic.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're done for the week? You're not working tomorrow, are you?
I actually am working tomorrow.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
And then I was off Monday. I came down
Yeah,
with all the
that's
boys.
true.
So
That's right.
that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just trying to earn a living.
Yeah, I know. And I've got two little guys that I need to put to sleep. They are. Where are you now? On the way back from Jupiter?
Yeah, I'm on the highway.
Yeah. And he's having some people over to dinner tonight, so she's cooking, and the boys are sleeping here. And then in the morning she's going to yoga. So I think she said she'll pick them up about 10:30 tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So you find some time to see your sister, hopefully Sunday maybe. If you're not
Yeah. No, I mean, it's the only day I can.
I know.
It's also the only day I have to do anything for myself.
Well, so do something for yourself, that's all.
Yeah. No. I'll come down and see her that night, Sunday night or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just means, like, if I want to take the boat out, I can. Or do something like that.
Oh.
So, let me see what's going on. I mean, I talked to her, but
Yeah. It's lightning out here. I don't know what it's like where you are, but
it's not raining, but it looks like there's rain up ahead.
Yeah. We haven't had the rain yet, but lots of lightning.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand too. I mean, I'll try to come down and see him, but it's like it always depends. I mean, Sunday she has a party till 2, his birthday party till 2.
She has a birthday party, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be after 2, and then you never know what other people are around or people who are visiting her.
No, I don't think she has anyone. She has no one visiting.
All right.
I mean, you could probably try to.
I'll talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to. It can't be contrived.
No, I know.
So I can't. That one day was like perfect when I came down, and I was like, oh, Mom and Dad, like I was happened to be working in Miami, and then you happen to have tickets, and then I got to go like talk to her for a little bit. I mean, but I'll talk to her. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I know. It's going to be one of those times. It's like it's close again to her. Probably, I don't know whether she's going to break up with him or not. I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know if she's going to break up with him or not. But in my mind, you don't see somebody and then not see him on your birthday. That just doesn't make sense.
Mom, let me tell you something. I'll talk to her.
I know you will.
I took her to lunch the other day to Rocco's.
Yeah, you said that day. She said I'd miss him.
Well, she said with her life, I know. So it was all positive. I mean, she said her life without him, she would be sad. And I was even talking to Bree about it. I mean, listen, as soon as like Dave dates somebody else, like if Wendi pushes him off and Dave dates someone else, like Wendi and the boys ain't coming over and hanging out with Dave's new girlfriend. Like they're not. That ain't gonna happen.
Bree didn't say that, did she?
Yeah, of course.
She did. Oh, so
Bree's very good friends with Dave. I mean,
I know.
What do you think? Dave's gonna have the girl he used to be in love with, and really wanted to date around the new girlfriend? No. I mean, what are you on crack?
She needs one more session with you.
I'll give her one.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's it.
Because let me just tell you something, and it's like a double-edged sword. Her life is very, very, very good. And the reason her life is so good is because she's getting so much help from everybody around her.
I know.
Which makes the importance of having a husband there or whatever not as like crucial. And what I'm saying is like she has lots of friends and she has lots of family around her and she has no financial needs that are not going to be met by herself. So now she's a strong, independent woman. So my point is it's a double-edged sword. It's like when you give your kid a trust fund, then you wonder how come they don't want to go to medical school and deal with all the bullshit and the lawyers and the aggravation and the fucking nonsense of medicine in 2016. I mean, it's nice you gave them a trust fund, but they stop, some of the drive, a lot of the drive is gone. I mean, I'm just saying, that's not an exact parallel, but it just goes to show you there's like an equal and opposite effect. I mean, if Dad was insanely successful, I wouldn't have become a doctor. I probably would have done nothing. So it's a double-edged sword. I mean, do you wish Dad was insanely successful? Yeah, but you know what the rub is? Your kid goes, why the fuck am I going to bust my ass? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think what you need to emphasize with her this time is more about what her life is going to be like.
Well, without the kids, that's
right.
what Mom trusts me.
And the children.
What happens is this: people only see today.
Right.
And
not looking 3 years from now when she's 40. And the boys are not going to accept anybody else. They're not going to like anybody else. That's what she needs to see. And how good he is to them now.
Right.
I
mean, this is the thing.
This will be heartbroken if she breaks up with him.
Well, she can't pick her husband based on her kids, but this is what I'm telling you. I will talk to her.
I know. Charlie?
That's what I'm telling you. I will talk to her.
I know.
And I will do my best job possible. I mean,
I know.
That day that she was like, I literally, that guy Rodriguez or whatever, Rodrigo, whatever, I literally, in 20 minutes, took her from the point that she was thinking about dating him to saying, thanks for ruining it for me. I'm not going to hang out with him anymore. I go, Wendi.
I know you're good.
And then what I do is I let her fill in the blank. I go, Wendi. First of all, he's a moron because he's sitting there talking to you and your brother, Dad's a dentist, I'm a dentist, and he's like bitching about the cost of quality dentistry. I said, but besides that, he's calling his boss a fucking asshole. I've worked in that building for 10 years. As you know, I don't personally know his boss. I go, not only that, Wendi, I go, do the math. If he doesn't make 150, but saying he did, he was left after the ex-wife and his 2 children and himself. Okay? Then you pay the taxes, or you pay the taxes before, and then you do this and you do that. He's 45, he's not a partner, and he's thinking about leaving this firm to go start over again. I go, you're going out to dinner with the guy having drinks, thinking like, oh, this is great, he's handsome, he's funny, he's this. I go, the problem is that if he was 24 and you were 21, it goes like that. It's not the guy and the girl, it's the guy with his ex-wife and his 2 kids, and Wendi with her baggage and her 2 kids, and you're trying to combine, it's not like you're trying to combine 2 people. You're trying to combine 7 people and 1 person who's financially trapped. I mean, listen, if I was making $150 a year and I had an ex-wife and 2 kids, do you think I'm looking to, like, complicate my life or uncomplicate my life? You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, where do you think it's going to be when, like, I mean, I wouldn't, and it's, the problem is, too, is, like, and she has to hear it from me because I'm in that demographic of guys who wants to date.
Right.
And I don't have a problem telling her, Wendi, you put a Victoria's Secret model in front of me at 37. I'm not asking her on a date. No.
She needs to know, Charlie, how unusual a guy he is.
Of course.
And especially from...
Mom, I have done...
I know, honey.
And I will continue to talk to her.
I know.
But there's a limit to, there's a point at which someone purposely will do what you're asking them to do. They'll purposely do the opposite.
Well, she's going to screw her life because there ain't going to be another Dave. There ain't going to be another Dave.
What's that?
There's not going to be another Dave.
No. The reason why was I'll never tell someone you can't win the lottery twice. But I can tell you this, the probability is not in your favor. Probability is not in your favor of winning the lotto once.
Yeah.
Winning it twice, even more. And that's, that's how I talk to her. Because what happens is this.
Because that's what she needs to hear. She
understands when I don't ever offend her, because I don't talk about her. I just say, Wendi, listen, if you put a 37-year-old Victoria's Secret model in front of me, I wouldn't want to get serious with her. Why? When I can be with a 25-year-old. I said, a 25-year-old is going to be 18 in 15 years. I go, you want to buy a car with high mileage or low mileage? I go, listen, Wendi, you don't want to date a guy that's 50. You know why? Because he's too old for you. And he's going to be 60 in 10 years. And 10 years from now, you don't want to see yourself with a 60-year-old. I get it. So it is what it is.
But you can definitely ask her why she's not going out with Dave, because you were there with this lady. Celia said it.
I know, Mom.
Like it opens it for you.
Of course. Yeah. But just hear me out. Yeah. I can talk to Wendi differently than anyone can. But even when I do, I don't reference it as saying, Wendi, in a million years I wouldn't date a girl like you with 2 kids. Because it's true, in a million years I wouldn't. What I would say is, Wendi, the Victoria's Secret model, I wouldn't have you set me up with if she was 37. And that's just, it's a double standard, but that's life. And she knows about double standards in life. It is what it is. So all I can say is, like, when I talk to her and I put it in those terms, she gets it. She gets it. But, obviously it doesn't help that she's got these fucking friends.
I know.
Tell her that you deserve the Superman with some guy who's a doctor who's single, who's just dying to take over the responsibility of 2 kids who aren't his.
Right.
There's tons of very wealthy, successful, young, good-looking guys want to date her, because nothing's more fun than having a 6-year-old fart in your face while you're trying to talk to your girlfriend when you get home from work. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
only,
cool.
Only someone like him, who's got 3 boys, who knows what it's like, could understand it, and doesn't even bother him.
Yeah, and it's not only that. Let me give you an example. Ted, you remember little Ross had that crazy mom lived on the other street? The lawyer.
No, of course.
Okay. Ted got divorced from his wife. He's engaged now. I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he took a whole bunch of people. He took, Warren Sapp,
the
football player. Yeah. He took Warren Sapp, Javon Curse, a whole bunch of his friends, paid for everybody, for 20 people to go for the weekend to Atlanta. So we'll go there and spend $50,000. So his wife ended up sleeping with Javon Curse.
Nice.
So anyway, he's engaged now to a new girl that he's known forever. Okay. He has 3 kids. I'm in that age group. I don't know one. And I'm wondering if you've met one. It's not, yes, your kids are a blessing to you. They're really burden to somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, do I look like the kind of guy that wants to come home from work and talk to my 37-year-old girlfriend while her kid farts in my face? No, they're my nephews. I love them. But as far as dating someone, hell no. Why do I want to go ahead and tell my girlfriend, listen, let's go away for the weekend. What time can you get off next Friday? Okay, I don't want to go we got to deal with, can we get the in-laws to watch them? What's their schedule look like? It's not just Wendi. It's Wendi and the 3 boys. It's 3 people you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. So you can't, and you can. Trust me. I know what to say.
I know you too.
And I listen. And a part of me's pissed because you know what? Someone gets handed a golden opportunity.
And that, you know what? That's what she has to hear. Sometimes you get the gold ring, and you two, I don't know what, she's got her head stuck up in her ass or something.
Because she has everyone telling her that she's such a great catch, and she is. But they're not. But guess what?
They're not living her life.
They're not living her life, and they're not breaking it down and saying who's, and listen, the guy who may treat her really well just may never really bond with the kid. There's so many aspects to it. So you can be a great guy, just doesn't really want to do anything with your kids. What are you going to do? Kick him out too?
This guy not only is crazy about her, but he's crazy about those boys. And you see how he treats her, and that's what.
That's why. Because the truth is, she can meet a great guy. You know, those aren't his boys, and he just doesn't like him. What is she gonna do? Get rid of him? He may treat her well, but he's like okay with the kids.
We'll tolerate the kids. We'll put up with them.
I put up with them, whatever. And then what if they're real nice to the boys on day one, but you know, 3 years down the road, he's pretty much had enough of them. They're ain't his. You know, they're going through a tough time. I mean, I'm just saying.
I think she needs to know that she's been given an opportunity that she most likely will never happen again.
No,
listen, throws it away. She's not only throwing it away for herself, she's throwing it away for these kids that deserve a dad.
But you don't understand. You could never say that to her. Well, you can. It would just end poorly.
Yeah, I know.
You can say anything you want. It's America. I could just tell you the end of the cover. You could tell me the beginning, and I can tell you how to end.
If you weren't here, that's what I would do. I would try.
Yeah, you'd fuck it up good. Oh. Yeah, you'd fuck it up good and go, I tried. You would get 30 seconds into your planned speech before she told you to butt out of her life. And rightfully so, it's her life. She can tell you whatever she wants. But the difference is that I can talk to her differently than you can.
I know, Charlie. So, believe me, and I'm grateful that you do. I really am. You know that. You know that.
Trust me, I know. I mean, listen, she's doing great with that, considering everything she's been through. I would just like.
You know what? She's your sister. She loves you. She's a good sister, and you're an amazing brother. And I'm just grateful that two of you have each other. I really am.
Well, I am too. But I can tell you
I really am, and I appreciate what you do because.
I go.
Who else is going to do it? Who else is going to say, "Hey, wake up"? You know, this is not only the perfect guy for you, but a dad for these boys. My God.
Listen, most people don't ever get an opportunity like this to begin with. Like I'm just saying, like to begin with.
I'm shocked that she does.
Because the truth, and that's what I can. Listen, Mom.
I feel like knocking her in the head. I mean it, and going like, "Wake up, wake up."
Trust me, Mom. Let me say this much to you. As much as you feel like knocking her over the head, I feel like punching her and then knocking her over the head.
Yeah.
So trust me on this.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm telling you is that I'll talk to her and I will do my best, my best is very good.
I know.
And I can listen. And you got to understand, the way I'll tell her, too, is like, Wendi, she loves Jess. I think Jess is awesome. Jess will be a great friend to me. And I talk to Jess all the time. Wendi, I wouldn't meet Jess in a million years because she's 37. And she has no kids.
She has no kids and desperately wants children.
Absolutely. I said, but she has no... It's like you winning the lotto and saying, I'll never win the lotto again. That's not true. You still have a 1 in 14 million chance. That's like, I'm not going to take that from you. You can get out there and buy another ticket and win the lotto again. It's highly unlikely. So as it's highly unlikely, you know, your problem, Wendi, is that you're highly educated and very smart, and you can't date beneath you. I go, if you want to lower your standards, you will have no problem. But you can't date beneath you. You got to date successful. You don't want to date too old. You don't want to date a guy who's divorced with a crazy ex-wife who's going to make your life living hell. You have on top of it, which you can't even believe, he has a wife who doesn't want to be a mother to his kids, so she's not sticking her nose in his business.
And she's not sticking her hand out either, but I need money.
No, she already got paid $3 million.
I know.
So she's already been paid off.
Just out of the way.
Yeah, and she's not like in your nose, in your face, like. So you top it all off with that, that's like a 1 in a million. Because usually the ex-wife is bitter and angry that the husband's moving on. She's moved on. She's got her life. She's somewhat of a mom, not really. I go, you know, Wendi, it's like, you know, I'll paint the whole picture for her and then ask her who does she expect to meet?
Yeah.
Because the problem is, Wendi, if a guy is real successful and he's been through a divorce, I'd say 98 out of those 100 guys, if they're young, successful, and they've already been through the divorce, and they just lost 70% of their money or 60%, they are so gun-shy, the last thing on the planet they need to do is go through it again. They want to date, they want to enjoy life, they want to make money, they already have their kids,
She owes it to those kids.
Yeah. But
she has an opportunity that she would throw in the garbage, and then these kids, and believe me, that's it. They're not going to have another dad.
No. Well,
and
it was listen, they had a dad. It was a tragedy what happened.
Yeah. Well,
what I'm
here's an opportunity for them to grow up with a dad who would pay attention, who's smart, who would be great. Yeah. Here, Ben said to me today, I mean, the kid is not even 7, and he said to me, "You know what I want to do, Grandma? I want to make apps." I said, "You want to make apps?" He says, "I want to make up my own app. Like, I have all these ideas for an app." I said, "Well, how do you think you do that?" He said, "Well, I'm going to ask Dave because he's great on computers. He knows a lot of computer stuff, so I think he can help me make an app." I mean, he's a smart little kid.
Yeah,
and
Mom, trust me.
And he loves him.
Yeah, Mom.
Oh, it breaks my heart because I really see how much these kids adore him, and how attentive and kind he is to the kids. Doesn't she see it? Doesn't she realize that?
Mom, I will listen to me.
I know, Joe.
I will talk to him. Not him. I will talk to her.
Yeah.
And I will, trust me, I will go down there on Sunday. I'm like 1 day off this week. I mean, you have to understand, I work so late all the time.
Oh, sweetie, I know.
It's really not like I don't have it's my 1 day off, and I'm going to go down there to let me see if I can even get time with her. If I go down there, it's going to be like, she has friends stopping over, and we can sit and
call her tomorrow and just work out just say, I'll come down, and that way she doesn't know whether I'll come down and have Sunday dinner with everyone, and then you can say, "Would you care if Wendi and I went out and you stay with the boys?"
Yeah, but I know I was planning on doing something Sunday, but don't worry, I'll cancel my plans. I'll go down there. I'm just kidding. I got to tell you something, Mom. A part of me there's a lot I'd like to say that I can't say.
I know.
And there's a part of me that I got to worry about my own life and myself instead of spending my time worrying about somebody who's talking to a fucking door, who doesn't get the picture because she got luckier than I've ever gotten. And because she got luckier than I've ever gotten, she has this empowerment that it's becoming more of a trust fund baby situation.
Well, it's not because I actually said to Dad the other day,
I'll tell you this,
I'm not going to make it so easy. Let her start calling the babysitters. Let her start spending the money.
Mom,
I mean it.
Mom, she's becoming, and I'm telling you this, it's becoming a trust fund baby situation in the sense that she's gotten a lot and she hasn't worked for it. And I'm in a situation that I have what I have because I've worked for it. I've made mistakes. I've made good choices. I've made bad choices. But at the end of the day, everything I have is because I went to school, I took out loans, and
you worked.
And I worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I had $200,000 in loans, and I did. Luckily, in Perio, they gave us money as a stipend, and I also worked in Dad's office on the weekends and in other offices. So I picked up cash, and I got $20,000 a year while I was in Perio from the Perio department. I mean, we lucked out. It was the only years they did that. What amounts to millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the truth is, the money that's going to the kids, a lot of it is money normal person would have to work and and pay for camp for kids.
Sure.
So whether it's food, whether it's camp, whether it's doctors, whether it's schooling, whether it's clothes, whether it's when the kid's 18 and he needs this or he needs that or he needs a car or he needs tuition or he needs to go here and there, this is things that she would normal people have to earn, pay taxes on, save up, and pay for. So between all that and the monthly check for $4,000 a month, and then plus the other stuff from Shelly, she literally came in to millions of dollars. Okay, plus the house she just sold the house. My point is she has done nothing to earn what she has. So she is in such a comfortable situation where normally, let me back up. Normally, single mom with 2 kids who's working almost paycheck to paycheck and has $150,000 in the bank. A guy like Dave comes along, and it's like, oh my God, like, yeah, I won the lottery. You know what the problem is? She already won the lottery.
She did, yeah.
So you're taking somebody, you know, who, and the thing is this, it's not like she worked for it. It's not like she achieved it. It was just here, it was sprinkled on her. Yeah. And that's great. And I'm happy that she's in that situation. I'm not hating
right.
her. But what I'm saying is that her mindset,
yes, I know,
has changed because she has this sense, not only the sense of independence, but friends sometimes tell, like, most friends just tell their friends what they want to fucking hear. So you want to hear what a great cat you are and how many great, like, it changes. You change, your age changes, people look at you differently. It changes. So, like it or not, change is inevitable. And unfortunately for a woman, it doesn't get easier. 0.99% sure you will never do any better than this. So if your friends want to tell you what you want to hear, and you are amazing, but they don't take into the account your age, the boys' ages, and the fact that talk to a guy who's going to be honest with you and say, if you had your choice, would you like a 26-year-old or a 36-year-old, or a 46-year-old or a 56-year-old? Pick. Guys who are successful, 26, he's like 50. Disgusting. And she gets pregnant by him.
Oh, God.
She marries him. Okay? They were married for 3 or 4 years. She got all her plastic surgery done. You say he wasn't a good-looking guy. She didn't have a picture to show me, but she said he wasn't good-looking at all.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's like, you say that. Like, what did he expect? She was 26. That stresses. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So what happens is these girls don't have real-world experiences and I'll give you a perfect example. I know you got to probably do something, but I'll just tell you this real quickly. These younger girls generally don't have every time. And I'm thinking to myself, this guy is a dermatologist with a real nice office that'll be making in the millions very soon. And when you hit 30 years old, honey, and you're trying to get Botox and facials and everything, your dream in this planet would be to marry to a dermatologist who makes $2 million on their finger. And they go, ooh, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. They just went to Europe. At that young age, they usually don't they don't act like that because they don't get the full picture.
No, I see what you're saying.
They don't get the full picture of what a rough ride it's going to be. When they turn in their 30s,
Wendi hasn't seen it as a rough ride. But don't forget.
By the way, that's my mom. That's the
point. I know.
Is that if Sweetheart had no child care, this is my whole point to my story. If Sweetheart didn't have any child care help, if Sweetheart had $60,000 in the bank and didn't have millions, she would be looking at him like he was a knight in shining armor. Instead, she's sitting there with millions in the bank and unlimited child care and like people blowing sunshine up her ass, telling her how great she is. She ain't running. It's cool. Like, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? That was my whole point of my spiel is that...
Well, you'll wake her up a little bit.
Between the two of us, she's gotten a little bit of that trust fund mentality.
Yeah.
Of, I'm independent, but guess what, Sweetheart? You didn't do shit to get yourself where you are.
Yeah.
So, and I can talk like that to you. I can't obviously say anything to her, but like, she didn't do anything to get to where she is in life. Whereas, like, that's what's complicating this little situation because she's sitting pretty with a silver spoon and hadn't done anything to earn it. So she also doesn't need Dave to provide. That's the problem too. It's like if there was a need, it would make it a lot more important. Is what I'm saying.
Right. That's right.
So, Mom, I will talk to her, and I will. Okay. I will promise you, I'm going to set it up so I get dinner with her, and I'll be like, let me check with Mom and Dad if they can watch the boys. We'll get something Sunday night. And I will not go out on the boat Sunday, and I will take her out. But I'm telling you, like, I will literally, it'll be brutal. I will be like, Wendi, if you fuck this up, you may not get anybody else. Like, there's a very good chance you won't see this package again. And the only reason I say it, and I'll tell her, is I've never seen the package once other than Dave. And that's it. It's not just on one level. Like, it's on
I'm telling you,
12
I know.
levels.
I'm telling you, I know what will dig at her. And if you tell her, you never do.
No, the
someone
boys.
who cares
No.
about these boys like he does.
Yeah.
And loves you, loves the boys, plays with the boys, treats them like their own.
No.
Has
Trust
what
me.
he has. Say, Wendi, just what you said, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, don't fuck it up for the boys, because
that's right. That's
in hindsight, 3 years is going to go by real quick. And go talk to some 40-year-old women with 2 kids and ask them how good the dating scene is these days. If they get asked out on a date, listen, if they get asked out on a date, they don't give a fuck if he's a garbage man. They're happy to be going out with someone.
You ought to let her know. And you ought to let her know, I don't want to be the one that you come to and say, boy, I really fucked up my life.
Or at least,
I don't want you to do that.
You know, the thing is, at least I could paint a picture
of
what it's going to be. And then when that picture happens, and Wendi also has told to me, like, I'm a progressive thinker. Like, I can see the future in some regards and, like, see how things are going to play out.
Yeah,
and I'm going to say,
it should be.
Yeah, it's like sitting and saying to someone, listen, if you don't go to college, this is probably how it's going to go down for you. Now, some people do very well not going to college, but it ain't many. Yeah. And it takes more luck than anything else.
This is a rare opportunity.
It's
dropped in her lap. And
I wouldn't be, and I'll tell anybody, I wouldn't be wasting my breath.
Right.
Or I wouldn't be spending this time with you, really trying to drive this thought home to you, if I thought you were going to do better or have another opportunity.
That's right.
I said, and I trust me, I will make a point. The point of my whole story will be about the kids. See, I could do whatever I want. Number one, I'm a guy. Number two, I'm successful. Number three, I could date someone 15 years younger than me. You know, number four, I could have kids in a year from now or 2 years from now. It doesn't matter. I go, so you can't look at me. I'm in a different place in life. Three and four, I don't have 2 kids to worry about.
Right.
I could pick up and disappear for 3 months if I feel like it.
Yeah.
So don't look at me and be like, oh, well, my brother's like this. Well, we're in different situations. And I can be selfish. I got nobody else to worry about but myself.
That's right. She needs to do what's right for herself and those children now.
Trust me, I will.
3 years from now.
I will drive it
home. She'll lose him, and I think she needs to know, he's not going to hang around forever. You're going to lose him. And then you're going to be so sorry.
Trust me, I will.
And those boys you're going to make it sorry for those children, and that would be awful.
I'm going to tell you, you might as well stop talking to him now, because Dave will have someone soon, and you better do it sooner than later. So tell the boys they're not going to see him anymore, and go sit by yourself. Yeah. Good luck. Trust me, I will. I was surprised how well it went last time. I really thought it
went. No, I know, and it did, because she wasn't going to see him again.
Yeah.
So let's.
Well, I will work my magic.
I know you will.
Time.
Try one more time. Charlie, I love you.
All right, I love you. I'll talk to you later. But I will do it one more time, and I'll come
you will.
Sunday night.
Okay, honey.
All right, love you.
Make sure you let her know that you're coming Sunday.
I will.
Just let her know that it's like family dinner or something, because I don't want her to make plans.
I will call her tomorrow, and I'll text her tomorrow.
Okay, honey.
All right, love you. Bye.
I love you, too. Bye. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Good to hear your voice. How's my boy?
Good. Just finished a long day.
Oh, boy. We are at hold the elevator, Ben. We are at Wendi's house, just returning the boys. She had to meet a colleague from the new law firm to dinner. Did you just step on your foot, Lincoln? No. Give me 1 second in the elevator, Charlie. If I lose you, I'll call you right back, okay?
Sure.
Just going up. Give me 1 second. I'm talking to Uncle Charlie, the boatman, the man who's going to captain our ship on Sunday, right? Can you still hear me?
What's that?
Hello? Oh, good. I thought I would lose you in the elevator. That's good. So they are bathed and had dinner and everything. They're just going to put their PJs on and get a story, and then they are off to sleep. So where are you?
I'm on 95. I'm just headed home.
Yeah. How far from home are you?
What's that?
Long ride? Short ride?
It's like 10 minutes from the house. 15 minutes.
Good.
It's not bad.
Oh,
yeah, it's
good.
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So your day went well?
Yeah, good. Yeah, just a long day. So, I mean, it was like 11 hours of standing without a break.
Yeah, that's a long day. A long day. Dad got home about an hour ago, and Lincoln said, Grandpa, you don't have to work tomorrow. And Dad said, no, Lincoln, I do. I have to see patients. He said, well, that's not right, because you're the boss. You could stay home and play with me if you want to. He likes the idea that Grandpa's the boss. Unfortunately, I told him even the boss sometimes has to work. So that's frustrating. Then go right in your room and put your PJs on. Yes, honey.
So Dad worked Tuesday, Wednesday this week?
That's it.
Dude, that's perfect.
It is, actually. It is.
No, I mean, we should keep it to 2 days a week until, and every once, like we've been doing, like until you have a big case, you can fill the third day. Otherwise, 2 days a week.
Yep.
I mean, remember how many times you were like, well, what about the patient that comes? And I'm like,
I have a whole new attitude. My son taught me something different.
I mean, what do you think? The place is going to fucking burn down because Dad's not there to check for...
That's exactly right.
To check for a filling. The place isn't going to burn down. You know what?
You know what? You become so used to that's your routine. That's what you do. You need to be here, all that you don't think any other way.
No, until someone comes along and says, why?
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, that 8 o'clock hygiene appointment, you know what? Fuck them. How many patients have we lost because we don't have that 8 o'clock hygiene available?
Yeah. I know.
How many?
I think one or two.
Okay, so we've lost
out of a whole
patients.
practice. Yeah.
You're going to have more patients die in our practice this year than the one or two that don't come because you don't have an 8 o'clock hygiene.
I know. I mean, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, and you were like running your life around, I got to be there for that 8 o'clock hygiene check. I'm like, no. No, I know. And then how many, unless the schedule's packed, don't go in for the day.
I know. I get you, believe me.
And the funny thing is, I mean, I haven't seen the numbers, but I wonder how much different the numbers are for the office with doing 2 days versus 3.
I know. You know what? I am sure they're not much difference. I'm sure they're not.
And that's a 33% less time. It's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time, I know.
And
the thing is, I think it's because the hygiene is so well booked, that the income doesn't suffer. And, if there's anything that they're concerned, but anything they're concerned about, they just take an x-ray, Dad looks at it, they send it to him, or he looks at it the next day.
Or, worst case scenario, bring the patient back on the day that Dad's there.
Yeah, no, of course.
I mean, and what makes it flexible is having the late night.
Right. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So you can see a lot more patients if Dad stays till 8 or 9 that one night. Then I think it's awesome.
Oh, it is.
So he doesn't start till 1 on Wednesdays, and we're just 12 on Tuesdays.
And Tuesday. Today is 10. Monday is 11 if he works on a Monday. Tuesday is 10. And Wednesday is 1 to 7.
Because you almost want, I guess.
Well, he goes in earlier. Sometimes he'll go to 12 to 7. It just depends on, what he's got. He's got an extra patient, they'll book an extra one, or they work an hour later. But most of the time we can fit him in because he doesn't want a lunch on those days because it's, he has a later breakfast. He works out of the gym. He has a later breakfast, so he's not hungry until dinner.
For 5 minutes, 10 minutes, day goes by much quicker when you do it like that too.
It does. It does.
And there's no traffic heading back when you leave the office at 7:30.
Yeah, it's been better lately. The days that he does real late, like if he stays with you and comes back real late, he ends up with a mess because they close off the lanes on 95. They don't.
Well, no, not till after 10.
Right, and that's when if you leave
even at 11.
No.
Is it 10?
Harvey, was it after 9 or 10 that you get stuck on the highway?
No, it's got to be after 10.
After 10?
Yeah. So what happens is he leaves. Yeah, so you got to pretty much leave the office by 9:15.
Right. Exactly.
But after 6 o'clock, traffic really dies down.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He got home today. His at 6:45. So we had a little something at the house. The boys already had dinner. They had their bath, and now we're here. And she sent me an email that said she should be back by 9, I think. It's just somebody from the new law firm, and I think she's going to have a lot of these because it's like, each one of them wants to spend an evening, and it's hard for her to do lunches because she can't take that much time at lunch because she's got stuff going on with the judge and other stuff from this firm. Ben, go put your shirt on, please.
So I don't know if I told you this. I got Wendi to accept that job with the law firm.
With who?
She told me she was going to accept, after I got done, I went on the walk with her, she said she was going to accept that job.
No,
she was thinking about not taking it.
I think because it's not what she wants, but it's only about...
But I said, Wendi, first of all, there's no time frame on it.
Right.
And if you change your mind, you change your mind. So, but you'll pick up skills you don't have.
Right.
And
that's right.
Basically, now's not the time to just chill and become a guidance counselor at Miami. Like, you're way overqualified.
But she can't get hired. She can't get hired anyway. There's like nothing there.
No, they offered her a job at UM. The dean called her up at UM.
Oh, she didn't tell me that.
Yeah, but it would have been basically like as a...
She's not qualified to be a guidance counselor.
Not a guidance counselor, an advisor or whatever it was.
Oh.
Like, she's like, no, it's basically, it would have been brainless work for her.
Mm.
She said, the way she said it, she said even the dean called her up to ask her to take the job.
Mm.
But the thing is, I'm like, Wendi, you have to get as much skill as you can now.
Right.
If this is a skill you just got done telling me you don't really know how to do, now's the time to go learn that skill, not later.
Right.
Like, you need to learn it. So at least you can learn it and say you don't like it. You can learn it. You can make a bunch of money. That's the whole thing, is that she can, I'm like, Wendi, and then you might as well do it to see if you even like it. She's like, well, it's not really what I like. I'm like,
but she's never done it.
Right. But you've never done it. So you really don't know until it's like dentistry. Until you practice dentistry, you don't really know what it's like.
Exactly.
So I got her to do that, and then the other thing I was going to tell you is she asked me if Dave could come to the house for Mother's Day.
Oh, she asked you?
Yeah, if I would mind, and I said, of course I mind. Don't bring him. I told her, I said, yeah, bring him. She texted me the other day, and I said, yeah, bring him. The more the merrier.
Why not? It's fun.
Yeah, I don't care.
Listen, I wouldn't care if you take the kids and her and Dave on the boat for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
And hang by the pool just to have, a nice
we do. But, I told her, of course, bring him. I mean, I'm sure you'd rather her go spend the day with him than you anyway. That's the best Mother's Day present you could have given me. Go spend the day with him.
You know what? I'm happy. As you know, I'm super happy when I hear that. So thank you.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought that'd be your best Mother's Day present this year. Wendi wants to bring Dave.
Yay.
She's developing a brain.
She's developing a brain, that's right. And you know what? I have to walk away so they don't hear me. But Ben said to me before, I said, Ben, because he's not, and both boys are not very good at hugging and kissing, and it always makes Wendi feel bad. I said, honey, they're boys. They're just not the way girls are. Girls are more kissy. So I said to her, Ben, I said, people who love you hug and kiss. I said, that's what Grandma and Grandpa always want to get, a hug and a kiss when we say goodbye. I always did that with my mommy and daddy, and I did that with my children, and I do that with my grandchildren. So he said, yeah, it's like Dave and Mommy. They're hugging and kissing all the time because they love each other. I said, yeah, I guess so. So, you can never hide anything in front of each other. Once they have a mouth, they open it up and they tell you everything,
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, listen, Wendi just doesn't comprehend at all how lucky she is.
No, she doesn't.
It doesn't, register in her head how lucky she is. At all. No. Not even, nothing. It's just, which is great. But at least she doesn't see herself as a victim anymore. which is great too.
I'm just happy to hear that she is spending more and more time with Dave. That's great.
Yeah, no, so she's...
And the funny thing was, I actually thought about it would be nice to invite him, but then I thought, oh, I can't do that because his wife probably has kids on Mother's Day. Maybe he wants to do something with her, even though it's an ex-wife. She's still the mother of his children.
No. He paid her $3 million to get lost.
That's a nice payment.
I wish I would really $3 million to get lost.
You get lost too for that.
Great marriage, great talk. Having a good life.
It's been nice. Thank you very much, and I will get lost. I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
So yeah. You know what? Thank you for sharing that. Really and truly, that makes me feel better.
No, you're welcome. And I don't know what time June's doing stuff with her family, her mom, but I may.
1 second. He went down there to the bathroom. So. Charlie's good. He's on his way home. You're probably home already, right?
Yeah, I just pulled his dog. Okay. But I will. June may come. It just depends if. What do you call it? If I don't know what she's doing with her mom that day. If she's doing dinner or what. I know we're doing it like 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah, it's better in the afternoon. It's better for the kids too.
Yeah.
You need a little help? Okay. So she helped us one day when you have daughters and you have children. This is what you get. Hold on a second.
You get grandparents to do 85% of the work for you.
I know. Let me take a look. I think your tissue's clean. Let me see. Good job. Lincoln, good job. Yeah. No, it's perfectly clean. Good job. Sometimes it comes out like that. You don't have to do anything, right? That's great. Okay, here's your pants. Go put these back on. There you go. Let's come out this way, honey. Okay. So, yeah, that'd be great if June comes. I'd like to see her. So you take it easy, and we will play it cool and relax. But, it's just an easy day when it's by the pool. What besides lobster do you usually order? And how much do you think I should order? There'll be
lobsters?
Yeah, so there'll be figures 2, 4, 5 to 6 adults. The kids eat nothing. I'm going to bring
you think they'll like fried chicken?
Would you eat fried chicken, Lincoln? Let me think about that.
I usually get a couple pieces. I'm going to go on, but I usually get a couple pieces of fried chicken, coleslaw, potato salad.
1 minute, Lincoln. Ben, give me 1 minute. I'm going to answer.
And some lobsters.
And how many? Tell me how many lobsters. I don't usually order.
I'll order them. I'll order them on Saturday. It's not a big deal.
I don't want you paying for it. So
I know that's why you're doing this, Mom. You're not going to order them ahead of time, are you?
Well, I thought if I called tomorrow, then I've got it set aside. Wednesday.
No, I'll call them Friday. They'll have plenty of lobsters. It's not going to be a big deal.
Okay. All right. So you're going to place the order, but we're going to pick up. Okay.
Whatever you want, son.
Yes. Let me pick up.
It'll be $250. It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Speaking of that, did you mail my ticket in for the?
I did both of those tickets. It was like at least a week ago.
I've gotten out of 2 speeding tickets also in the last 3 weeks also.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I do? I work at Broward General in the ER. There's an unwritten rule that they will never give a ticket to an ER doctor.
Really?
Never. Because if they get hurt, the first face they're going to go see is you. And every cop knows that. If they get hurt on the job, the first place they're going is Broward.
Really?
They're going to they go to Broward General. They're going to the ER, Broward General. So do you want to look up and see the face of the guy you just gave a ticket to when you walk in there? That's
funny. I would never have thought that.
Yeah, Jerry told me that. He's like, man, I got out like 8 or 9 tickets. I go, how? He told me. So I got pulled over. Remember I told you I was in the HOV lane with no driver's license and a handgun underneath my seat? He ran the license. He ran the VIN number on the serial number on the handgun, and told me just be safe and try to stay out of the HOV.
Sounds good.
No driver's license. That's how he asked me if I had a handgun because I didn't have my driver's license. I handed him my concealed weapons permit. Yeah. He said, "Do you have a gun in the car?" I said, "Yeah, it's underneath my front seat." He goes, "Can you step out of the vehicle?" So I did, but illegal tint, gun underneath the seat, and no driver's license, no ticket. Yeah. No, they love the ER docs, and I'm in my uniform.
It's amazing.
So, all right, let me go. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay. Thank you. I love you, honey. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss the next one.